Hi everyone, I'm Pankaj here again. Today we are going to discuss intra VRF communication, like the 3-4 scenarios actually. So in the last discussion, we captured the first of all the inter VRF communication, so the intra VRF communication. So we discussed that we have two data centers, and we have the workload here as 13.10, 13.11, and at the primary side it is 113.11, 113.12. It was working, and from my laptop I was able to ping these two workloads here as well as the other workloads here, and vice versa. The next topic we discuss that inter VRF communication. So in this, what we just captured that we had one blue VRF and then red VRF. So we found that red to red communication was working, but we were not able to ping between red and blue VRF at all. That was completely isolated. And my laptop was on a red VRF that was not able to ping the uh, blue VRF workload that was 100, 111.11. So now we are going to do one more test. That in this case, what we are going to do, we will keep the same IP address, same segment between blue and red VRF, and we can see that these routes can be we can find the routes, but we will be able to ping the blue workload from the blue VRF and red workload from the red VRF. My laptop is on a red VRF, so I won't be able to ping from my laptop to this workload. So this is the scene here. So we have changed an IP here to 113.11. Red VRF is also 113.11. From my laptop, I would be able to ping this, but not this one. So so again we have an we can see here we have sorry, this is my router. I will just, so this is the router I have on top of here. So we'll be testing on this layer, not on top of that. That uh, router, this router will be using for route leaking between VRF. So first we'll check this communication. Later we will do that test. So if I'm here, so if I see, mm, so what I have done, uh, I went here and to the segment. We had this is the other one. Go to this one. So we can see that I changed, and this was the blue was always blue was 111 and red was 113. So I changed the IP of the blue VRF. If we go here, and I simply change that same as my red VRF. Okay, as soon as I change that IP, I will start getting the routes, because this is connected to the tier 1. Tier 1 has a BGP connectivity to the tier 0, and tier 0 we have a blue VRF BGP. So we can see here on the physical side, show IP TV VRF blue summary. Okay, so this is from the data center one, like from my DC1 side, this side. So I can see what are the routes I'm receiving. I can simply say, so we can see we started receiving 113. Similarly, if I go to red VRF, we can see the red VRF also having 113. Okay, now let's try to ping the gateway, and let me see if I have started the blue VRF. Yeah, so this is the blue VRF for the testing purpose. If I can see that we have 113.11 workload here. Okay, and we will go here and just try to ping VRF blue 10.10.113.1. First we'll ping the gateway. It's pinging, and say 111. It's pinging. So we have show IP VRF blue. We have a few source interface. We can ping it with the source interface as well. L1 1. It's pinging. We can see the trace VRF blue 10.10.113.11 source. We can do that. So we can see that it is first hop was 116 172.16 151.2, and this is the interface between tier 0 and tier 1, and we reach the blue workload. Okay, let's try to trace the red one. Let's try to ping the red one first. Now ping VRF red 10.10.113.11. It's pinging. Okay, and we can take a source. We have a source. Let me see. Show IP. We have red. So we can take source loopback 60. So say source LO60. It's pinging. Let's do a trace here. Trace VRF red 10.10.113.11. Here we can see the blue was having the first interface as blue interface. That was my 172. But in case of red, it is 200. So this way we can see that there's no route leaking, or there's no problem with if we have a same network address uh, on two different VRF. Okay, and they're completely isolated and they will communicate to each other. That's the use case number 3. Now the last use case, we need to make sure that we are able to do the route leaking. So route leaking, if we do the route leaking, so we have to revert it back to the 111, because in the routing table we can have either the red or the blue as a routing in a routing table. One routing table can have only one best path. Okay, so first of all, what we will do, we'll simply change that back to 111, and then we'll see how we do a route leaking. I go here and simply go to the segment here and make it 113. Edit. I'll say 113. Okay, and save. As soon as we do, I will go here and see that we will start getting the routes for blue VRF as 113 would be gone. Now we can see 111 in place of 113. Yeah, we are getting 111. We can ping. Okay, ping VRF blue 10.10.111.1. It's pinging. If you want to ping the workload also, we need to change the IP here. So let's go here simply and let's change the IP to 111. Okay, I'll go here, system tools and networking, static, save on. Start. It's pinging. Source LO1. It's pinging. So inter VRF is pinging. But if we see the route here, show IP route VRF red. Red VRF will not have a route from the blue one. That is 111. This is static we configured. So I'll just that is for the route leaking only. And if we go to the blue has a static. This is the way we can do a route leaking. So that is what we do. Show run. Before that, so we have so how it is configured or connected. I just want to explain that. This is my switch on which we are working, this layer. On top of that, we have a router here, a physical router here, and we have all the BGP session extended till here. This router has a global routing table, and now from here there's two. Either we can do a via RDRT export import, or the other way around is that whatever routes we need, we can simply statically selected routes we can, or selected prefix or selected subnet or a host based routing we can do just to do a route leaking. If it's for example, red is showing as a management, blue as a prod. So in prod, we need some of the management tool. They should be able to access the blue VRF or the prod VRF. So what we can do, we can simply go here. If we go see show IP BGP, say PV summary. So we can see that we have these BGP sessions. So we can see that if I go simply, so all the three VRF have a red management, blue production, and a black. All these three VRF have a BGP session with the router. So we can see that simply go BV VRF red summary, and similarly we will have blue summary, and similarly we will have black. So we can see that the first one, okay, so all the routes we are receiving here are being sent to the router. We will simply telnet to that, telnet 10.0.0.1 VRF red. Show IP BGP summary. You can show IP route. So we can see we are receiving the routes from the respective VRF. Okay, so we can see that we have 111, 112, 113. These are the segments which we define into the NSX. So we are receiving here. Okay, so now going back here, if I want to ping an red, I am the red VRF from the using the blue VRF. By default, it should not ping. So let me remove the route, and then we will see that route show run route. I will remove the static route first, and then try to ping it, and then later on we will add that. So this is my red VRF. I'll say no config, no, no, and we will say simply this way. Okay, now if I say show IP route VRF blue, now there won't be any 113 network on the blue VRF. That is the 113 is by default is a red network, red management one. So 113 is not here. So let's try to ping. Since the route is not there we won't be able to ping it. Okay, so ping VRF blue 10.10.113.11. It won't ping. Okay, let's try to add the route. So this is the way to leak the route. So we can add a route because my the global route, the top router has all the prefixes. So from here, we'll say, okay, I am taking this route from you. Please give it to me. So this is the way we can do that. We'll say remove this actually. Okay, so now we can see show IP route. We will be having 113. Let's try to ping now. We are able to ping. Okay, let's try to ping 12. 12, I think it is shut down actually. That IP is not there. We can enable it. I wanted to show one thing. Okay, let's do in this one. We should be able to ping the gateway also. Let's remove the. Let's put a host based routing and see that we are able to ping the gateway but not the workload. Okay, so in that case, what we can do, say no IP route and just do a host based routing. 255.1. Sorry. Okay, now we should be able to ping the gateway but not the actual workload, and then we will change it again back to that. It's pinging, it's not pinging. Okay, so that means this is the way we can do a selective route leaking between the VRF. Okay, I can show you the other way around. Okay, I'll say control P, no, sorry, no, yep, and add the route, control D. Let's try to ping that now. It's pinging now, and gateway is not pinging. So this is the way we can do a route leaking between the VRF, and we saw that two VRF having the same subnet are not able to ping each other, and they're completely isolated. That's all. This is the four use case we saw that. Again, back to my tech here. So we did this intra VRF communication between D2 data centers and was able to ping from my laptop. This was again intra VRF communication between two VRF having a different address. So red was able to ping red and blue was able to ping blue. From laptop, I was able to ping the red one, but not the blue one because my laptop is on the red VRF. The third use case, we saw that my red and blue VRF has the same subnet, but it is completely isolated and they are not able to ping each other. The fourth use case, which we saw that we were doing a route leaking between two VRF, and then from blue to red and red to blue, we were able to ping each other. Or from like we wanted one particular server in the red is same as management VRF. That particular server needs to manage, that's a management server, needs to capture the data from the blue VRF. So in that case, selectively we can just do the routing for that particular subnet and get it done. So we saw that these four cases, and that's all from the VRF Lite concept on the NSX Margin 3.1. Thank you and have a good day.